All right, guys, we're gonna get right into this. This job's gonna be a little different. Number one, this is only border, but the same principle applies regardless of whether or not it's a small patch or an entire wall. The same process applies. Also, this has been painted over, so it's gonna make it a little tougher than it normally is to remove this wallpaper. That being said, you're gonna want a good tool. And I like to use some sort of scraper. In this case, I'm using a 5-in-1. This is an old cheap 5-in-1. And the reason I like this is because it's very thin. So you want to look for, whether it be a 4-inch scraper or a 5-in-1, you want to look for something that's sharp and flexible so that when you put it on your wall and apply pressure, it's going to bend on you so that you're not gouging your wall up when you apply more pressure. It allows a little bit of leeway so that thing can flex when you put pressure on it. Now, one of the things I like to do is get myself a pair of pliers, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but that is slightly bent on those outside corners. And what I do is I purposely put my pliers right here and just give it a slight little tweak. And then I look down my 5-in-1 to make sure that my corners are kind of bent up so that when I do put it on my wall and begin scraping, I ensure that those tips are always pointed in the upward direction so that those corners aren't gouging into my wall. Now, as you guys can probably see, I've already started here. And the idea, again, is to make sure that these corner pieces are pointed in the upward direction. And this thing is really sharp, you guys, and you're just gonna wanna do some of this. And the idea here is to get this paper portion off to expose this backing. And this backing is just the adhesive, but we want to get that paper portion off as much as possible by scraping like such. And if you can get these nice big chunks, more power to you. You want to take whatever this thing gives you. And then once you get some started, you may be able to just peel it like such. And you see how that tool, if I had it this way and or flat, if there's any inconsistency in the wall, what's going to happen is that wall's higher on this end than it is over here. When I scrape like this, if my corner's not bent up, it's going to dig right into that and just gouge my wall up. And so you want to continue this process until you've gotten as much off of this as you can. So up here where the ceiling paint meets the wall paint, since it's been painted, it's created a bridge right there. In other words, that paint has dried as one solid piece between here and here. If I don't score this line, what's going to happen is when I pull my paper and I try to rip it off this direction, it's going to peel some of that ceiling paint off with it. So to remedy that, all we do is take a razor knife and just score a line right on your ceiling crack so that when you peel it, it's separating from the wall and the ceiling. It's separating that paint line, because otherwise, like I said, when you go to peel this up, it's just gonna peel some of that ceiling off with it. All right, guys, as you can see, there's some paper backing still left on here, a little bit of residue and some paper. So how we're gonna remedy that is we're just gonna get ourselves one of these grouting sponges. This one's cut into quarters, 4 pieces. You can use a whole one if you're doing an entire wall. This is a small border, so I use these for caulking, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it for this project also. You wanna get yourself a bucket or some sort of container with really hot water. The hotter the better. That hot water is gonna activate that backing. Now, wallpaper comes in 3 different types. There's actually removable wallpaper, which this isn't. And then there's strippable wallpaper that comes pasted or unpasted. Then there's vinyl. The vinyl, the strippable, both come with a backing that's designed to be broken down by water. So it's a water-based cellulose and starch formula that breaks down when it comes into contact with water and dries when it comes in contact with oxygen. So we're gonna reactivate that to loosen it up so that it's easier for us to get off. So you just wet your sponge, and you don't want it so wet that it's like dripping down your wall. And then we're just gonna go over here to our spots, and we're just gonna wet it down. Nice and wet. And we're gonna let that soak in for a little while. Give it about 2 or 3 minutes to soak in. And then we're gonna repeat the process. Now we're gonna come back with our knife, again, making sure our pointed edge is up. And look how easy that stuff comes off of there, you guys. Now they do make a scouring tool, which I don't recommend unless you're gonna skim coat your entire wall. And the reason I don't recommend it is when you scour this to perforate the paper on the top, you're digging holes into your drywall. So in order for you to remedy that, you're gonna end up having to skim coat this entire area that you've scoured. So we're gonna avoid that. We're gonna keep this wall as pristine as possible so that when we do go to prep it, which will be in the next video, by the way, we won't have to deal with all those holes that we put using that perforating tool. As you guys can see, all of my adhesive's off, all of my paper backing. This is old paint where they started to take it off. Now, if you wanna know how to paint this wall, hit this video right here. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching.